Greetings and welcome back to another Outdoor Philosophy here on the eve of Snowmageddon, and it's starting to snow, but we decided to do a live stream anyway. I guess you can see it better this way. But anyway, today we want to continue in our discussion on self-employment, and we're going to keep this one a little bit brief so I don't get too much snow on the camera. But ultimately what we want to talk about here today is time management. There's times as a freelancer or as a small business that you're going to have a lot more clients coming in, and there's going to be a time you have a lot less. And so time management in terms of this means you want to figure out and balance when to do different types of things. So there's a time of greater work on refining your process. There's a time with a greater work on refining your website. There's a time of greater work on finding new clients. And there's a time to just sit down, buckle down, and do your client's work. And there's always this balance. You can never have a set schedule that I'm going to say, I'm going to spend, X hours today working on client projects and another Y hours working on my business plan and Z hours working on my own site. It just doesn't work that way. There's going to be times you have so many client projects, you have to give up some things, skip the movie night or do a few things just to stay ahead. And then there's going to be times you're like, where are all my customers? And so what you want to do is always have a list of things that you need to do for your own business if things are really slow. Have a list of things for your own business that are absolutely critical. Have a list of things in your own business that, you can forget about them for a month or two if you need to. And then do the same thing with your clients. At what point in time are you looking to acquire new clients? At what point in time are you looking to expand and work with the clients you have? At what point in time are you trying to upsell the current clients that you have with new products or services or things like that? And so for me early on when I started, of course I didn't have nearly anything, and so those were back in the days of Elance. Now we have Upwork is the big one. There's also Guru, Freelancer.com, and a few other ones out there as well. And so with these new services, what you do is if things are really slow, and even for me today, I still have accounts on a few of these things, that when things get slow, I will go in there, log in, and put in a lot of job bids. But things for me have not been slow for so long. I have not put in new job bids for projects in at least 3 or 4 months. I can't remember because I just have so many things going on and so many clients coming on to me from just word of mouth or whatever else, acquisitions and things like this. And so what we're starting to see is when you're first starting out, you will have a lot more time. And so this is the time to really refine your products, your services, your own website, your own image, your biography, your portfolio, things like this. And then you're going to spend some of this time working to make sure that whatever you're doing, you're putting in job bids, you're just doing a lot of good things to seriously help you out and help you to grow your client base. And you'll be doing a lot less on real client projects. Now, this is a time to hustle because it's important to bring on new customers, but during this period of time, you are doing things that in the business world does not make you money. Okay, you can be have a highly productive day. You finished your bio, you finished your website, you finished this, you finished that, but you get to this point where you have not even come close to doing anything that some other person is handing you money for doing. And that's the balance, is figure it out. And it's not always that you forsake everything else for the client money. There's times you're going to need to stop and put down real client projects to do something for your infrastructure. Your website goes down, you got to stop and get it back up. If there's some situation, some issue with, maybe there's an issue with a project you've had in the past and you need to maintain a good name. Somebody comes in and says, hey, I found a bug on the site. Dude, you want to stop and fix that now so that, they're not going to be paying you more for that, depending on when they find it, of course. But the fact of the matter is that we need to figure out this balance between at what point in time do I spend it looking for new clients, what point in time do I spend it refining on my business process, and what point of time do I spend on actually doing things that really truly make me money. That is really what the core of the principle is. And so figure out that time management, sit down. Now there's a fabulous book on this. It's called First Things First by Stephen Covey. I did an entire outdoor philosophy series on it. I think that was on my other channel. I'm pretty sure it was. But you can go ahead and look at that playlist series. And that is certainly a fabulous one. But it'll teach you a lot about time management, and then figuring out when do you do the different things you need to do. When things get slow, work on that background, work on the process, work on your efficiency, and work on acquiring new customers. When things are really fast, slow down those things and ramp up your actual production. And then you just got to figure out and walk this fine line of balance between these different things. And so time management is key, and particularly in the course of your own business, what you end up getting is a situation where you'll have a lot of different things to do, and you'll find yourself with way too many things on your list, and you're never going to get your entire list clean. The day that you finish your list out is the day your business is over. You remember that old proverb, where there are no oxen, the stable is clean. Okay, meaning where there's nothing left to do, there's nothing left to do. And so keep that in mind as you are refining your process. Work on your process while it's slow, work on your customer work while it's high, and figure out the balance of everything else. Work on those lists to figure out what you can do so that when the slow time comes, you don't have to stop and think about it. You already have an idea what you're doing. So that's kind of called sharpening the axe. All right, so thanks for coming along on this outdoor philosophy. You can check out the rest of this playlist here on this channel, and I hope that you enjoy your daily walk in our Lord.